That is enough said.
What's up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday so far, you guys, and please show support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida, you guys. Blessed by God. Remember what I tell you guys. Every day you wake up and you're not in a hospital bed and you're not dealing with one of those situations, it's a great day. If you're able to wake up and go about your daily routine, you're already winning, you guys. So always remember that. God loves you, I love you, and together, let's move on with another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Before we get to today's episode, you guys, I do want to give a highlight on my last video's comment. Posted a video 2 days ago, was talking about that Kevin Durant may be the only option for the Miami Heat this offseason. A lot of people put in some great comments. One comment that I want to highlight from Peter Petrov, 3875. Now, before I read the comment, Peter Petrov, you've been leaving a lot of comments lately, buddy. Really appreciate the support. I did this video a couple days ago, you guys, because the video before that, I talked about that there may be 5 potential options this offseason. Trae Young, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Edwards, John Morant, and Kevin Durant. And the reason why, it's not because I'm making this stuff up, obviously. This is from recent reports. These may be 5 players that are available. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in the play-in tournament. They're not getting better after trading Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Edwards may not be happy there. John Morant, that situation with Memphis. They may be looking to move him this offseason. The whole situation with Joker losing his coach isn't great. Kevin Durant, with Phoenix not making the play-in tournament even, that marriage is cause for divorce, especially what happened in the mid-season. And Trae Young, we know that that's been an issue with Atlanta for some time. They're not getting any better. They may look to move him to see what they can get. The reason why I talked about Kevin Durant, and there were some people in the comments that were boo-boo hurt talking about, that I'm talking about rumors and videos and stuff like that. Well, the reason why, you guys, is because we've seen this season the Miami Heat have had. And one thing that we've potentially talked about is adding somebody in the offseason that can help this team get better. And the reason why I've said that is because this Miami Heat team has had almost 20 games where they've had double-digit leads in the first half, and they lose it in the second half, and even the fourth quarter. We are the worst fourth quarter team in the NBA. It's because you don't have that closer, that specific guy. Now, I did post a video earlier today, my first video of the day, talking about how this team may look good if we give them another year together. And as much as I believe that, and as much as I feel I would like to see this youth movement team together for another year, just to see what they can do. Yes, they didn't have the best season, but a lot of that was mirrored under the drama with the Jimmy Butler crap. So I think if you give this team a full training camp, a full season together, see what they can do, they might make some noise. Maybe not. But one thing that we can agree on, you guys, and I think a lot of Heat fans can say is, if this team got an upgrade, they may be, that's what may help them get to the next level. Maybe even contend for a championship. And the reason why I said that Kevin Durant might be the best option out of those 5 is because you may not have to give up as much for him. But then people in the comments are like, he's too old. Ernest, you're just making stuff up. Neither of that can be far from the truth. Yes, Kevin Durant is 36 years old, 37 next year if he's on this roster. But we've seen that Kevin Durant still is a quality player. But Peter Petrov, my guy, I hope I'm saying the name right, comments, I absolutely agree with the KD 1-year rental because 1, there is indeed no one available to get unless we give out the whole house. 2, let's face it, even as an expiring contract, no one in the right hand will take Terry Rozier. So we have to endure 1 more year of wasting the salary cap. So as much as it would be massive pain, probably the ideal scenario will be to be stuck in mediocrity for 1 more year and then dump all the shit contracts, get a star, use all the exception, and start pumping wins. End quote. And I agree with Peter. I mean, you may not be able to trade Terry Rozier this offseason, even though he's expiring. I get that. So trading for Kevin Durant just to put him on this team, and if you may not have to give up the farm, you may only have to give up Andrew Wiggins, Jaime Jaquez Jr., or Nikola Jovic, maybe even both. I don't know if I'd be cool with that. and then maybe a future first-round draft pick, maybe even a pick swap also. So you're getting a guy that can come into this team, average 27 points a game, can close out games in the fourth quarter, and that can help you with a potential playoff push for 1 year. It's a 1-year rental. And then we can go after that. But this episode, you guys, I want to get away from Kevin Durant and those other topics. I just wanted to talk about that because I really feel that the Heat have a win-win situation this offseason. Whether they get 2 draft picks, first-round draft picks or not, it's a win-win. Whether they trade for a superstar or not trade for a superstar and keep this youth movement team, win-win. I still feel so because this team can be exciting, this current roster. But one thing that I think a lot of us will agree on is this offseason, with a mid-level exception and a biannual exception and potentially 2 first-round draft picks in a loaded 2025 draft class, this team is going to upgrade this offseason. But one other way they can upgrade is with signing a player during a buy-in. And this episode, you guys, I want to particularly talk about Bradley Beal. And I'm going to just get right into it, you guys. There was a report yesterday from Evan Sittery. Evan Sittery, who is an NBA journalist with direct ties to teams. Evan Sittery, who was reporting a lot during the whole Jimmy Butler fiasco, was reporting true reports out there. So when Evan Sittery reports something, listen, pay attention. Evan Sittery reported yesterday that the Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets, San Antonio Spurs, and Golden State Warriors could have interest in Bradley Beal. The moment I saw that, you guys, I'm like, no. Hell no. Hell no. No way the Miami Heat could trade for Bradley Beal this offseason. We didn't even want to do it during the midseason. That report is BS. We all know Bradley Beal's situation. Currently under a 3-year contract, 2 more years after this one. His final year is a player option. He's making $53 million next season, $57 million next season after that. Also has a no trade clause. The worst contract in the NBA. However, Evan Sittery reported this. The Heat, Nuggets, Spurs, and Warriors are teams who could show interest in Bradley Beal when the Suns buy out his maximum contract. Beal is now viewed as a mid-level exception type of player around the NBA as it relates to his next deal. End quote. When I read that, you guys, now my attention was caught. Because Bradley Beal, this season, you guys, I understand he had some pretty bad games. That game in April 8th against the Golden State Warriors, where he only had 7 points on 16% from the three-point land. He also had a game against the Boston Celtics on April 4th, where he only scored 1 point in 30 minutes. Another game against the LA Lakers, where he only scored 4 points in 6 minutes. However, Bradley Beal this season, you guys, 17 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 50% from the field, almost 39% from the 3-point line, 32 minutes a game, quality numbers. For $53 million a year, hell no. But for a $12 million mid-level exception contract, I would be interested in bringing Bradley Beal to the Miami Heat. Now, I think the Heat can provide the better contract than the Nuggets, the Spurs, and the Warriors. Maybe not the Spurs. The Heat and the Spurs, both teams in states with no state income taxes. So the allure would be nice for Bradley Beal to get most of his money back. I know Bradley Beal has a home in Miami. I know Bradley Beal has wanted to come to the Miami Heat for several years. I know during the 2023 offseason when he wasn't traded to the Heat, he was bummed out because he wanted to come to Miami. And if you put Bradley Beal on this roster, the way that this roster is construed, I think it could work. I would rather have Davion Mitchell start as the point guard with Tyler Hero and then have Bradley Beal come off the bench as a potential 6-man just because of the scoring threat and what Bradley Beal can do off the bench. But I think if you take Bradley Beal and add him to this team at not a terrible contract, it might work. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. What do you think about potentially bringing Bradley Beal this offseason? Not in a trade, but if he's bought out, and signing him to a mid-level exception. You can offer him a minimum contract, but he may get the mid-level exception, and the Heat will have that. So let me know what you think in the comments, Heat Nation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate the support, you guys. And until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said. Let's go Heat.